In this video, let's explore Copilot Studio tools whereby you can add a custom MCP server in your Copilot Studio agent. Now, before we go into further discussion, let's see what an MCP is. MCP is Model Context Protocol. It is an open standard basically that allows large language model access external data and tools. Data can be files, database, tools can be search, code execution, etc. Assume like it's like kind of a universal app store for AI assistants. Now, with that context in mind, let's jump into the demo. Now, I have built an agent. So as you see over here, I have built this agent, Copilot Studio agent named as Tool Tester. Now, I haven't put any specific thing into it. So there's a very light description and there are some instructions around it. Now, what I'll do is like I'll just remove all the instructions. So this is just like a dummy test bed for me to test that particular Copilot Studio uh, tool set. So one of the tool set which we are going to explore is the MCP. So if I go into tools over here, if I click on add a tool, now I have the capability to reference the model context protocol. So as you see over here in model context protocol, if I select this model context protocol, I have got various out of the box model context protocol like Azure Databricks, Genie, Celonis, contact management. Then we have D365. Then we have Dataverse MCP server, email management. There are some customs which I have built, like which you see in like this custom connectors. And also there are related to Microsoft LearnDocs MCP server and GitHub MCP server. Now, these all things are like out of the box built in, right? Now, what if I want to refer to a custom MCP server which maybe my team has built, or maybe some external third party system, or your vendor or your supplier has built around that? So, what you can do is like now you can click on new tool and now you can click on model context protocol. So, basically, it's an open standard for connecting your agent to data designed with AI in mind. So, that extend your agent's capability. If I click on model context protocol, I have an option to specify the server name, server description, and the server URL. Now, the server name and server description you can put on your own, but the server URL should be like an endpoint for the MCP server, which has already been configured. Now, let's look into the authentication aspects. Now, there are three types of authentication which you can configure. One is none. There's no authentication, which we are going to see that example. Then we have an option for API key and then OAuth 2.0. If I select API key, then I can specify the header name. I can specify the query label. If I specify the authentication as OAuth 2.0, then I get an option of dynamic discovery. So here, your MCP server must support OAuth 2.0 dynamic client registration to enable dynamic discovery or authentication. Now, if the DCR is not supported, authentication may fail. Second option is dynamic, whereby you specify the authorization URL and the token URL. And in the manual approach, you specify the client ID, client secret, authorization URL, token URL template, refresh URL, and if there are any additional REST API scopes or redirect URL. Now, it is important to know all these options set before proceeding. Now I'll pick up none, and here I'm gonna put something server name, description, server URL. Now, in order to test this MCP server, I did a bit of quick search on the internet, and I found one Microsoft GitHub repository and one video related to a sample solution gallery reference. Now, just to give you a brief on the Microsoft adoption side, so we have something called as a sample solution gallery. Now, here you can explore sample gallery with solutions that integrate seamlessly with the Microsoft products. Now, on the left hand side, you'll see all the relevant products like the AI Builder, Microsoft Graph, M365 Copilot, To Do, OneDrive, Power Apps, Power Automate, Power Pages. So there are so many technology related artifacts which has been created by the community over here. Now, if I click on say Power Apps, then I'll be presented with the list of application which has some reference to Power Apps. If I select SharePoint, then all the artifacts will be specific to SharePoint. Now, one of the example would be like an activity feed or check user group web part. Now, these are like simple samples which are available for you to explore. Now, if I go inside one of the sample, it will either take you to that specific page, or it will take you to the GitHub, or you can download it from GitHub. So it will explain you what it is. It's a SPFX web part, it is a PNP control, etc. Now, if I go back, now what Microsoft has done is like they have provided us this PNP M365 galleries MCP. Now, from here, what this particular code base does is it has got this public endpoint of MCP server. Now, I'm going to refer to this. Now, this one is like, let me copy this URL. So I'll just copy this URL and I'll paste it in a new tab. Now, directly you cannot access the MCP endpoint. Here you will get an error. Like as you see, you got an error, session not found, JSON RPC 2.0. Now you can either inspect this using an MCP inspector or use it in Copilot Studio by adding in the MCP box. Now let's go ahead and use this. Now what it will do is it has got a couple of method. So sample galleries MCP server HTTP. Now here I'm going to use this. Now it has got various tools in it, like samples by product, samples by author, samples by keyword, and search samples. Now these are the tools which has specific parameters into it. Now samples by keyword has a parameter of keyword, page index, page size. Samples by author has these, and uh, we have product, page index, page size as a parameter for samples by product. So that's an input argument. Now we are going to use this, we're going to connect to this tool, and then we're going to test in Copilot Studio. So let's assume you have already built this kind of MCP server. Now you just need to go into Copilot Studio, and here you need to specify server name, server description, and the server URL. Now server URL, we know it's a streamable endpoint, and we'll just paste that server URL over here. And here I'm going to call uh, Microsoft Solution Gallery MCP, or I'll just remove the word MCP, Microsoft Solution Gallery, and just I'll put my initial, like my name, Girish, and you can put whatever description you want, because you will need to find this thing. Okay, so just remember the name which you have put. So Microsoft Solution Gallery, and I'll click on create. And if the URL is correct, it will start pointing to that MCP server, and then you can consume the tools within your agent. Now the agent which we have built over here is a tool tester. Now within that particular agent, I will be putting some query around. Now it says something went wrong, please try again. Failed with bad request. The request failed. Connector name cannot be longer than 30 characters. Now it says, oh, connector name cannot be longer than 30 characters. So let me reduce it further, and I'll call it as MSG. And now the connection has been established. Now what it has done in the background, it has created a custom connector. Now this custom connector, we can this is the description of that custom connector, this is the name which we have given. Now you need to connect to this custom connector, so you need to create a connection. So I'll create that connection with the custom connector, and then click on create. So first you add an MCP server. Basically, it will create a custom connector. You create a custom connection attached to it, and now you add and configure. So you're adding that custom connection within your Copilot Studio agent. So once the request is completed successfully, then you will be able to use this particular MCP server. Now this is your custom MCP server. Now this is the MCP server which I've been using. I haven't referenced it from the out of the box MCP server available within Copilot Studio. Now here, if I just scroll, I will see that there are four tools available. I have an option to pick and choose what tools I allow within my agent. But in this example, I will just allow all the tools. I can search for samples. I can search by samples by keyword, samples by product, samples by author. So I can basically search within the community gallery a specific tool set. So example, if I'm like a Power Apps resource, I'm a Power App developer. So then I can search for this particular query. Can you show me, say, 10 samples from Power Apps? Now we are not specifying any specific tool. It will now ask you to first open the connection manager. So I'll just go ahead and click on open connection manager. And I need to establish that connection. So it will ask you to sign in. And here it will say, oh, this is a connector, this is not connected. Click on connect. So it will load that connection over here. You just need to click on submit. Now, once you refresh it, you will see that, oh, now it is connected. Let's go back to the prompt over here. Click on retry. And now it will start connecting to this particular MCP. Now, as you see that it has by default taken the page size as 10. Page index. So it is asking for which page index you want, because that's one of the parameters which you need to pass in. So I'll just say I want page index number 1. Now this all things you can pre-fill by default. Now as you see, it has taken page index of 1, and now it will start providing you the response. Now it has already got the response, as you see over here in the JSON format. So here are the 10 Power App samples from the community gallery. So it will list down all the samples. It will give you the image as well, or the preview image of that particular application. So like that you can view different samples. So it has by default picked up samples by product, because we in the query we have specified, can you show me 15 samples or 10 samples from Power Apps, and then slowly it has started giving you that response. Now if I scroll over here, you can see that it has already generated that response. Now it is just slowly rendering the information on the screen. So this is how you can basically connect to a custom MCP server in Copilot Studio. So you can have your own custom MCP server built in. And now this example is specific to HTTP streamable. Now there are multiple other options as well. Like if you go into the GitHub repository, now Microsoft 365 Galleries MCP server. Now there are two projects within here. We have used the sample galleries MCP server HTTP, so that's protocol HTTP streaming. Now there is another project over here which is STDIO, standard input output. Now this is useful for local development that supports STDIO based MCP server. It is used for standard input output stream for message exchange. So if you are doing some sort of a local development and integration, you can go with this approach.